Welcome to the Tech Wrap-Up. Today on the Tech Wrap-Up we will have the tech news. Also today, Elon Musk has found a new CEO for Twitter. Also, the Google Pixel tablet has been released. Welcome to the Tech Wrap-Up. It is nice to have you with us. Okay, so hello. So this is the Tech Wrap-Up today is going to be a little different because we're doing a bit more freeform to try and make the Tech Wrap-Ups longer. If you have any questions you like to ask, just put it in the chat over there. Over there. Just put it in the chat, and we will answer them at the end of the show. Well, I will answer them at the end of the show. So, should we get into the tech news? Okay, let's get into the tech news. The UK has further restricted the Microsoft and Activision merge. The Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, has restricted Microsoft and Activision Blizzard from acquiring an interest in each other. It published an interim order stating that they would need prior written consent from the UK regulator before making acquisitions between the companies. I just need to find this. What the? Of course I want to enable the preview. What's this doing? Okay then. It comes 2 weeks after the regulator blocked Microsoft's $68.7 billion deal to buy Activision Blizzard. The takeover would have seen Microsoft acquire such hit titles as Call of Duty, Overwatch, and World of Warcraft. The takeover would have seen Microsoft acquire Did I just read this? But the regulator said it was concerned the deal would offer reduced innovation and less choice for gamers in the cloud gaming business. Microsoft and Activision criticized the decision and said they would appeal, with an Activision official saying at the time it showed the UK was clearly closed for business. To go through, the deal has to be approved by regulatory bodies in the UK, United States, and European Union. The CMA was the first regulator to make a ruling in April. The EU is expected to make a decision in May. In the interim order, the CMA wrote it was preventing preemptive action from Microsoft or Activision Blizzard. The order prevents the businesses from acquiring an interest in each other, including their subsidiaries or businesses that themselves have interest in the companies. For example, Activision Blizzard could not invest in Microsoft's Xbox game studios, and Microsoft could not invest in Activision Blizzard subsidiaries such as King, the studio that makes hit mobile game Candy Crush Saga. The order states that the companies should immediately notify the CMA if they have any reason to suspect the order has been breached, not bleached. A Microsoft official told BBC News, "We remain firmly committed to this deal and look forward to presenting our case to the Competition Appeal Tribunal." Activision Blizzard has been approached for comment. Okay, shall we get into our next article? Tears of the Kingdom. Fans react to Zelda's sequel launch. Nintendo has released Tears of the Kingdom, its latest game in the long-running Legend of Zelda franchise. The action-adventure series sees players lead hero Link across Hyrule's open world to find Princess Zelda. Fans have waited 6 years for a sequel to the hit Zelda game that launched with the Nintendo Switch console, Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom reviews have seen it gain universal acclaim, with critics per aggregator Metacritic. The site is encouraging people to spend more time playing the game before leaving a review, telling them to come back to review it tomorrow evening, 13th of May. In the meantime, fans have been sharing their initial takes, screen captures, delights, and woes with the game on social media. Right, well that's it for the tech news. Let's head on to our first topic now. Elon Musk has found a new CEO for Twitter. So he's announced in a tweet that she will be starting in 6 weeks. So this comes after last year. Elon Musk sent a poll out to Twitter users asking if he should resign as CEO. The people agreed. So, yeah, Elon Musk will no longer be the CEO of Twitter very soon. So, Elon Musk became chief twit last October when he closed his acquisition of the company. And yeah, and an article has just come out saying that the new CEO is Linda Yaccarino. So she's been an ad executive for NBC Universal. So that's going to be interesting to see what changes. Yeah, maybe she will hire more staff. And Elon Musk will probably be renaming the app to X, because he plans to make it the foundation for an everything app. Yeah. Why have we not got any viewers so far? Right, well, yeah, I think that's all I can say about this. If you're watching this live, enter any questions into the chat and I will be able to answer them at the end of the show. Anyway, let's head on to our next topic. The Google Pixel tablet has been released. So if I get my screen capture, it sort of looks like a smart home display, doesn't it? Well, that's because it can act as one. So it costs $500 US. Well, $499. So round up, it's $500. So this shows that Google might actually be getting serious about their about Android tablets. Yeah, so this literally looks like a Nest Hub, and it's also got it's got an 11-inch screen, which is 2560 by 1600, 16 by 10. And it comes in 3 colors: white, dark green, and light pink, with the dark green model featuring a black bezel. It has an aluminium frame, not aluminum, aluminium, with a nanotexture coating. Yeah. So it comes with a magnetic speaker dock, so that can act as a it will act as a basically a smart home hub thing. So yeah, that's quite interesting. It will be interesting to see all of the reviews pile in. And it's also got a Tensor G2 processor. Yeah, so let's and it's not available with 5G or LTE options. Yeah. So, shall we get into our next topic, which also happens to be about Google? There have been some interesting announcements at Google I/O 2023. Okay, so Android 14 has... So, Android 14 was announced, along with Google's first folding phone. You can now stream apps from a Chromebook, from an Android phone to a Chromebook. So they've also made Find My trackers, so that's linking into Apple's ecosystem now as well, which is quite interesting. yeah, so that's it. Other than the Google Pixel 6a, which has also been announced, so that's available for the same price as the Pixel tablet at $500 US. So that's the Pixel 7a. Right, well, I don't think there's much to talk about that, so shall we head on to our next topic? A YouTuber has sorry. A YouTuber has admitted to crashing his plane for views. So basically, he jumped out of his plane with a selfie stick and he filmed the whole thing. So, yeah. So this is a screenshot from the video. Oh. And yeah, that's him jumping from the plane. Yeah, let's watch this and see.
He's a former US Olympic snowboarder turned viral sensation on social media who strapped a bunch of GoPro cameras to his small plane and captured it crash landing in a mountainous area of California not far from Santa Barbara. Let's take a look at the moment of impact.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Get me out of this. I guess I should probably document what's going on. I cut my finger pretty bad. Got my elbow. I'm just so happy to be alive.
Very dramatic. The only problem is the whole thing was staged. Trevor Jacob has admitted that he set this up as part of a sponsorship deal and intended to crash land the plane for views.
Wow, so yeah, my advice, don't do that. So the plane crashed into the Los Padres National Forest 35 minutes after takeoff. So his pilot's license was revoked last year, and his lawyer has not responded to the BBC's request for comment, so yeah, just don't be that guy. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, shall we get into our next topic then? WWDC is in less than a month. Let's have a look at the rumours. So the expected announcements are iOS 17, iPadOS 17, macOS 14, we don't know the name of it yet, watchOS 10, tvOS 17, and an AR VR headset. So let's start with the VR headset. So it's going to have an external battery pack at the waist, and it's going to have a lightweight, comfortable design with an Apple Watch like band and mesh against the face. There's an option for prescription lenses. It'll have two 4K micro OLED displays. It'll have powerful Apple Silicon chips, the same ones used on the Mac. And the XROS operating system with a dedicated app store, unique FaceTime experience, and the option to run iPhone and iPad apps. Gesture-based control with no physical controller, a dozen plus cameras that can read facial expressions, detect body movements, and map the surrounding areas, and it will have iris scanning for authentication. A 15-inch MacBook Air is also expected to be announced. Why is my mouse cursor not working? There we go. So there'll be a 15-inch MacBook Air, an updating 13-inch MacBook Air, and a new 13-inch MacBook Pro. Why do they keep on updating the 13-inch MacBook Pro? Why? That thing is using ancient hardware. Well, the design of it is ancient. So, all of the software is expected to have quality of life improvements. And there will also be sideloading allowed on devices sold in Europe. Well, most likely. Yeah. And our final topic before the break. A self-driving bus service in Scotland has launched. So I'll get the video of it.
With sensors all round the bus, which always gives the bus a 360-degree picture of what's going on. Laser that fires out lasers millions of times a minute, and it takes all the information back into the computers, and again it's always getting a picture of where you are on the road. There's GPS as well, so everything's coming together. LiDAR, radar, cameras and GPS all feeding in to a map that's been pre-programmed into the computer, and then when it's wanting to make a manoeuvre, it tells you it's going to manoeuvre. It'll show you it's indicating right and it's going to move into the right lane or the left lane, and that's how it works. To start with, it was a bit, what's it going to do? But now that we've been driving it for a few weeks, we now have confidence in it, and I'm quite happy to take my hands off the wheel and let it do what it's to do. If there's anything comes up, like a lorry cuts in when it's been overtaken, we can take over just by pressing the accelerator or the brake or steering. Whatever we touch, it's just like when you've got your cruise control, and as soon as you touch it, it comes off and we're back in manual control. Our hands are always on the wheel anyway when we're in autonomous mode, for that reason, just in case anything happens.
So yeah, that is really interesting, and who would have thought that Scotland would be the first country to do it? Yeah, so hands up to them. So it's going to run between the Fairytale Park and Ride in Fife and the Edinburgh Park train and tram interchange. So AB1 is going to be the first registered bus service in the world to use full-sized autonomous buses. And they'll be able to travel on pre-selected roads up to 50 miles per hour. And they have completed over 1 million miles of testing. So wow, that's really interesting. I'm sure we've covered something like this before, but yeah. Anyway, it is time for a break. If you have had any questions throughout the show, please put them into the chat and we will answer them at the end of the show. See you after the break.
Watching seasons change, our roads were lined with adventure. Mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadow
Welcome back. Wendy's is replacing humans with AI. So starting in June, Wendy's will roll out AI through their stores and begin the process of being completely automated. So AI is now going to start replacing jobs. It's happening all of this is happening very quickly with all of this AI stuff. So, this is what it's going to look like. So you order it here, and it basically looks like a voice assistant. That's because it is. Yeah, so the order taking chatbot will have to deal with other variables that are unique to the drive-through lane, such as background chatter from other people in a vehicle, talking, the radio playing, or even loud engines and exhaust tones. So it's also been programmed to upsell people, and it'll ask you if you want a larger size or you're interested in a daily special. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. Huh? Okay then. I don't know why I just got that now. Anyway, yeah, so should we get into our next topic? Oppo has given up on making its own chips for their flagship phones. So they're closing down their Ziku chip development division. So Oppo's Zico division was set up in 2019 and carried about 200 patents in its Shanghai division. Excuse me. So they haven't, as far as I can see here, they haven't actually released any chips yet. So Oppo is a sister company to OnePlus, and the two smartphone manufacturers share many of the same components. Switching to a customized in-house chip like rivals Apple and Google with their A-series and Tensor chips could have expanded the capabilities of future devices from both companies. So personally, I think they've made a stupid decision. I personally think this is stupid because they could optimize the software more with their own chips. Yeah. I don't think I can say anything else really. So shall we get into our next topic? Vodafone. Leon Lee has launched its first performance-oriented fan. So this is meant to compete with Noctua and Fantex. Okay, so here's a quote. The P28 features a 9-blade design made of liquid crystal polymer, or LCP, a stronger material capable of supporting higher speeds without deformation for tighter tolerances within the fan frame. Combined with an overall thickness of 28mm, the increase in the surface area of the blades results in added performance. In addition, the P28 is equipped with fluid dynamic bearings, or FTB, for the fan motor to operate quieter and smoother. The use of a thicker fan frame, sturdy LCP blade material, and the FTB results in great performance and quieter operation. So if I just look at this, waiting for the internet. It can also have RGB, so apparently it's priced very well, so yeah, I can't really say much about it, unfortunately. So yeah, should we get into our next topic? Vodafone will be turning off 3G in the UK. So apparently it's going to lead to people with older and more basic phones falling into digital poverty. So Vodafone will be the first UK telecoms firm to stop providing 3G when it begins a nationwide phase out in June. And apparently it'll free up radio frequencies for faster 4G and 5G services. So yeah, but there's some places where 4G doesn't exist. It's you end up going down to 3G. So I hope they replace those 3G mouse with 4G mouse, so that you can get full 4G all the way when you're, yeah. So all 2G, the UK government and mobile phone operators have said all the 2G and 3G services will be shut off by 2033 at the latest, with 3G networks being shut first. And then there's a document here which explains it. Yeah. So should we get into our next topic then? Twitter is planning to remove inactive accounts. So, According to the Internet Archive, users will only need to log in every 6 months. So, yeah, that's interesting for, yeah, I don't really use Twitter, so, yeah, but let's get into our next topic. East Midlands Railway has issued a phone battery warning over e-tickets. So, make sure you have your phone battery charged if you are using an e-ticket. And you'll get a £100 penalty on the EMR trains. So, don't do that. Yeah. Let's get into our final topic. Multiple Computer Crunch videos have been delayed due to server issues. The main Crunch Media Group server will be replaced soon with an HP Compact 8200 Elite or similar, which will let us use TrueNAS, which we cannot do on our current Raspberry Pi server. So this means we're actually going to be making a few videos about upgrading our server. This will be in a couple of months' time, but our current server has become increasingly unreliable. It just keeps on disconnecting from the network for some unknown reason, and we'd really like to just do it properly. So we'll have 8 gigs of RAM, a Core i5 2400, and probably either 4 or 8 terabytes of storage. So get subscribed if you want to see that. Yeah, that's it. Are there any questions from the live viewers? No? Okay. Well, thanks for watching. If you missed any of this, you can rewatch on YouTube. Remember to like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Our Minecraft server Java server is hosted at provided-chart.craft.py.gd:42790, and our Bedrock server at provided-chart.at.py.gg, and the port being 42790. Also, check out other channels: Crunch Gaming, Crunch News, and Crunch Sailing. See you next time. Bye.